Hey there. Wait till you hear what I'm about to tell you. Talk about luck. Lord, I was at the bar the other night, and I met this girl. We met to my place, and of course, during the course of the night, we're just laying there talking. And she said, well, what do you do for a living? And I told her, and I said, so what do you do for a living? And she says, well, I work for eBay. I said, oh, you do? She said, oh, yeah. I said, oh, so tell me about them. What's the deal? And she said, well, I'm a secretary for one of the big honchos. And I said, yeah. And she said he was talking about all the sellers complaining about the discounts because we had lowered their selling fees, but we raised their final value fees. So we really were screwing them over. But then they got wise on us. And I thought, oh, they did. And she said, oh, yeah, they know now. So I said, so what else is going on down there? And she said, well, they changed the feedback system. They're going to be doing that soon. And I said, what does that mean? And she said, well, that's because, she said, what that means is that someone buys something from you and they don't pay you, then they can still leave you bad feedback. But you as a seller can't leave them bad feedback. And I said, oh my God. I said, that's not right. And she says, yeah, but they don't really care because they're corporate people. They can do anything. And I said, oh, really? And she said, oh, yeah. And I said, well, you know, since I work in customer service, how's their customer service? And she said, well, I was down there one time, and she said their customer service department is a joke. They just sit around having sodas and stuff and teasing the sellers, giving them all the wrong information. When they ask a question, they'll answer them with a totally different answer. Then they say, oh, that's a different department. We're going to have to transfer you. And I thought, oh, my God. She said, oh, yeah, they don't do the phone calls. It's all live chat. And I said, really? And she said, oh, yeah. And, of course, they get all frustrated. So they end up not even trying to find out the answer. They just disconnect it. And I said, oh, my God. And then she said, hey, you know the strike that they did? And I said, yeah. I said, I heard something about that. She said, oh, yeah, when the stock went down, they bought up a bunch of stock. And then after the boycott, then the sales went back up. They made a ton of money, so it really compromised what they lost. And I said, oh, my God. She says, oh, yeah. And then she said, my boss told me that this May they're going to do it again, and I should buy some stock for myself. And I said, really? He said, oh, yeah. I said, well, why? He said, because of the fact that the stock's going to go down, and I'll be able to get a lot more shares. And then after the boycott, then, of course, the shares go back up, and they start making a ton of money, even more than they made before. So what's this boycott deal? You don't want to do it? My God, just quit. Close your account like I did at eBay and go to eWay. And my God, you give this lady a cocktail and she becomes a chatty Cathy. Lord! And then I asked her, I said, so what else is going on down there? And she said, oh, well, one of the consoles I work for, he's complaining because it's a flea market company and he wants to change the format. And I said, oh, he really wants to change the format, huh? And she said, yeah. He just laughs at the sellers. He doesn't really care. He just cares about how much money he's making. And I said, oh, my God. She said, oh, yeah. And then she said he came in to her office and said, oh, here's this letter I need to give you from this fag. And I said, oh, my God. He said, fag? She said, oh, yeah. I said, well, how do you know the guy was gay? And she said, because he said there were pink flowers all over the email. And I said, oh, my God. So can you believe that? Well, let me tell you something. eBay, as a seller, I have closed my account and gone to eWay. And let me tell you about eWay. It's ewaey.com. The first 5,000 people that join, no fees for life, regardless what you do, how elaborate you make your format. No fees for life, and it's only available to the first 5,000 people. And you know what? I called the email customer service department at eWay because I'm still learning the site and all. And the response time was like 15-20 minutes. You guys get a direct question, you get a direct answer. The speed of the response time was just incredible. Lord, Scott, beat me up. It's unreal. And it's just incredible. It's just got to do it. It's just got to do it. eBay, you know what? I hope I see you in bankruptcy court in 5 years from now. Because you know why? I want to get some good deals and some office furniture.